Hello, all you lovely monster fuckers, just the same as I. Welcome back to another episode of Monster Prom. We'll probably be romancing ZOE again, as usual. Well, actually, I've only done one episode of this, but... What episode where I do... Anyways, one player. Second term, short game. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always wanting to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Blue. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. And remember it clearly, 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Owl, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who is as cute as she was genocidal. Polly Geist, probably 22. A party ghost with insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam DeLioncourt, 400-something. Hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe, forever. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculus, Hewlett-Packard version 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Don't worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever to you. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. You're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. The amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. $1 bills now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware, too much awesomeness." My presidency may last a day, but my fame will last forever. Trivia fact, presidents don't pass laws, so is this a trick question or are you just being an idiot? Deduct taxes by writing sonnets. You get the chance to produce a movie. It's based on something about superheroes, but with a love triangle between a beautiful yet somewhat relatable girl, maybe she's always stating she's a mess, and two of the super hot superheroes, which are like also vampires or pirates or both. Instant hit. Two cool guys walking away from rad explosions, and they don't look at the explosions. They don't give a fuck about the explosions. They will affect on life and love, but it's super dope and kick-ass because they do so walking away from never-ending explosions. The most influential Russian novelists of the 19th century have gone nuts. They don't remember anything about last night, and now they can't find the manuscript of the Brothers Karamazov, and Dostoevsky has to deliver it today. What would be a deal breaker for a potential lover? The person hates the outdoors. The person uses Internet Explorer. The person is a coward. The person lacks manners. The person thinks Asuka is the best white food. The person is mediocre. I guess I have to agree with, I guess I have to disagree with Asuka. If you were a product, what would be your slogan? Extra flammable. Too expensive for you. Buy me. I'm good. Objectively better than the other options. I command you to enjoy me. Be ready for a long trip together. Yeah, sure. Ooh, we have a horrible charm stat. To the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggle of an eldritch cutie pie met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah, how I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined you all as a regular girl. Regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrificed my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I also have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. What? Fuck scurvy. If I was a pirate, I'd get only the coolest, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a Human High AU where you're not missing your horn at all, you're missing a wang. How is a horn an analog for a wang? And also don't answer that. Stop making up canons about my head. The only canons I like are the ones with 2 ends. I'll happily stop making up headcanons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options. You could just tell ZOE that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dad's. You feel like you've heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends their other friends' horny secrets. This looks like a job for lying. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. As we all know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his... Wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost it. I will one day be able to do that sound. This is going to be the best ultra-realistic Spooky High fanfic ever. Everyone else in the fandom will be so jealous that I actually got the dirt. And that the dirt is so dirty. Yeah, Blue is right, ZOE, but don't cry over spilt horn. I got a whole nother one right here. I will someday be able to do that sound. OMG, Blue, I can't believe you know all of Damien's secrets. Nobody knows all my secrets. I just sometimes let people share the sexy ones. You know so much about Spooky High and sex and romance and aphrodisiacs. Would you help me explore all of it further? As a consultant on my fanfiction? It would be your honor. If there's one way to that tentacled weirdo's heart, it's definitely through Spooky High fanfiction. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. As much as I'd love to talk to ZOE and Scott right now. Hello, Valerie. Hi, stranger. It's been a while. Missed you. It's okay. You can look at my stuff. I need some charm. Have a good one. That day, we'll rehearse for the class play. It's as though the muses themselves had descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations. Which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Meanwhile, ZOE seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. Tell me! Girl, where is your chill? I already told you like a million times how I died. Yeah, but each time you told me something different. Tried to fuck a toaster, suffocated by good booty, gun salad. I've heard them all. But what's the truth, Polly? Huh? It's none of your business. No, but it is my hobby, and hobbies matter, Polly. Plus, the fans have a right to know. Fans have a right to leave me the hell alone. Secrets are sexy. If secrets are so sexy, then how come God invented online encyclopedia, TN? What? You're a god. You know that's not true. Now let me out of this binding circle. I've got haunted math next period. Sure, I'll let you out. If you tell me how you really died. Polly gives you a pleading look. Zoe gives you an excited look. As usual, it's up to you to figure out who to help. Polly's right. Secrets are sexy, and I'll prove it with my new espionage I use. Spooky, highly classified. Zoe deserves to know the truth, and if you tell it to her, Polly, I'll give you a huge bag of cocaine. Well, we know this is a money option, and if I choose it, we're going to fail. However, we did the other option last time, and you know what? I'm pretty good at this route, so... Oh, come on, you think this is the first time someone's offered me a mountain of cocaine in exchange for secrets? Give me a taste. Let me know you're legit. You've got no choice. You open your bag of cocaine. Ah, it's crickets. It's just a bag of crickets you painted white. Why did you think this would fool me? I do drugs all the time. Crickets are everywhere. This is unacceptable. Using her reality-bending powers, Zoe takes over the minds of the crickets and transforms them into a shambling humanoid cricket pile. It forcibly ejects you from the building. Smooth move, cricket hole. You lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. That's fine. To the gym. At the an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain 1 BFF. Sadly, she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen. And 2 charm. You're going to help Zoe for math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Guys, stop. I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school. Ah, we understand you perfectly, Lord Zagord. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No, that's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zagord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Blue? I can't stand to be around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by their terrifying masks, but still. The Horde addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal. It passed within inches of your frail mortal frame, and what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to clench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before Blue, for she is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. I guess also services, probably. The blood of many goats once pleased Zagord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. It's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it. Eh, fuck it. You've got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them what they should be sacrificing. It's important to learn from your mistakes. So sacrifice another goat, but write "we're sorry" on the side. Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant. The better to unplease the Gord. Maybe that's how it was with the Gord, you explain. But Zoe's got an entirely different set of standards that don't involve being a bigot. Ah, your wisdom truly is subtle and deep. Very well, bring out the prejudices. One of the cultists steps forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not exactly sure what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where were they keeping all this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. Ugh! We are suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true. And if it is true that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice, it is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past! The name Zigord is gone, perished to fall along with the dark timeline that it gave it birth. And here and now, we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. The cult of ZOE. Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Hello, Zoe Miranda. You sit down, Zoe Miranda. Miranda is paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe is paying too much attention to them. What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know how rude it is to ogle another woman's eating serfs? I'm not ogling, I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, when it is about royalty, it's not called fanfic. It's called propaganda. What? Oh, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm going to really dive into her inner lives, their hopes, their dreams, and desires. Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they, serfs? The eating serf's eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or just shut up and eat? You're right, Miranda. Most serfs don't have thoughts or feelings. Only the really expensive and rare ones do. Make menacing eye contact with 2 serfs. Silently place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently. You're right, Miranda. Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. I didn't realize your serfs were common and inexpensive. I won't ask them any questions. Wait. Of course my serfs are expensive and rare. They're the most expensive and the most rare. So you're saying they do have rich inner lives? Rich? Why, their inner lives are positively wealthy. Opulent, even. Tell them, serfs. At Miranda's urging, her serfs share with you their childhood dreams of becoming marine biologists, their mutual love of ukulele music, and their well-reasoned opinions on income equality. Wow. Thanks, you two. This really is a wealth of information. Of course it is. Once again, it looks like lying was the answer. Zoe's certainly grateful. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. You spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. Hey Blue, sorry about running out on you before. I was just so overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. Speaking of them, I've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gotten into them. Well, better not to mess with success. Anyway, I gotta go study for my ambush fan at midterms. Later. As Zoe leaves, you notice her cultist peeking around a corner. When she's gone, and sheepishly approach you. Hey, Blue, praise be to you for your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering, did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats we're not giving her? Are we using the right pronouns? We all love her so much, and we want to make sure she's as happy, or unhappy, or ruthlessly insane as she can possibly be. I love her the most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing at the front. I was standing in front last time. We all looked the same because we were all wearing masks. Silence! You can't silence me. You're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is, right? I mean, we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, Blue, grace us with your wisdom. How shall we choose our Grandmaster? You need to learn to think like your mistress. Become a high school student for a day, and the answer will be obvious to you. The title of Grandmaster should go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning, as if it's a new episode of her life. A theme song, but we have only ever uttered guttural chants which twist the fibers of the mind. But if this is what our mistress commands, it must be done. Let the brainstorming begin. The cultists all split up to compose the best theme songs they possibly can. Some write feverishly on notepads, others sing quietly to themselves. One of them just does a bunch of squats for some reason. Finally, they reassemble to deliver their results. Okay, we're going to do this as a contest. But most of us just came up with discordant chant, and one of us blatantly copied a burrito ad jingle, and one of us spent the whole time doing squats, and now her legs are tired. So tired. Anyway, I'm the only one who actually wrote a song, so I guess I'm the Grandmaster now. Here, have a listen. Let's see if I remember how the song goes. We are the cult of Zoe. We always sing our praise. And if you think we can't, we'll torture you for days. That's why the people of this plane believe in Zoe, or else they get slain and eaten. Well, what do you think? It's not really a theme song for Zoe per se, but you think she'll probably get a kick out of it anyway. You get two fun and one boldness. I have not heard the Steven Universe opening theme in a very long time. Okay, well, rehearsing for the class play, you were struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggest moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You get into creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this round. I do not have anybody else with me at the moment. So I was playing FOF. Oh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe, and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for fuck off, faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker. What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Blue how much fun I was having being a fake gamer girl, because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how much fun games are. You would just be playing them. You're not playing any right now, Leonard. So how are you, real gamer boy? A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces. That's just what girls do because they're just doing it for attention. Leonard, literally all you try to do is try to prove that you're a real fan. Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation. Fake conversation. Leonard. Fake Leonard. Wait, no. Real Leonard. Girls are the fake ones. So, are you saying there are no real gamer girls? I thought I'd met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls. Right up until she was, when the bitch friend-zoned me and went and dated some asshole Chad Cabra. Wait, how did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe. She's new enough to this whole being a high school girl that she has no idea that there is no reasoning with the Leonards of the world. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you should really step in and find a way to distract Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming and peace. Distract Leonard by finally creating the perfect real gamer girl profile on Twitter. Tell Leonard that you heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play games. You pull out your phone and quickly create a Twitter profile of the first ever legitimate gamer girl. And that, Zoe, is why you're a stupid faker attention whore who... Oh, right, someone just followed me on Twitter, and I must vet them immediately. Real gamer girl 426. Oh, sure, you're a real gamer girl. I'll be the judge of that. I'm a real gamer girl, not like all those other fake gamer girls. Most girls only play games for male attention. Well, that's true. Likes having things explained to me at great length by nice guys, regardless of the depth of my own knowledge and experience on the subject. Finally, someone who appreciates a true gentleman. Dislikes. Criticism of the patriarchy, coming up with rebuttals rather than immediately agreeing with anyone pointing out my flaws. Now this is a true gamer girl. Excuse me, milady, but I must go explain her own beliefs back to her. She says she's into that sort of thing. Wow. Anyway, I was playing FOF the other day. ZOE gets to finish her story uninterrupted, and you get to learn about her passions and interests. What a delightful way to gain 2 charm and 1 fun. Hello, Zoe and Miranda, again. It's not like Zoe and Miranda are always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things in notebooks. Doubtless you are admiring my great work, Blue. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for a magazine, Totally Real Food magazine. It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles and crayon that seem to be eldritch runes, with some sparkly scratch and sniff stickers stuck on top. If you are quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever. I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. And I usually have my eating serfs eat for me. But then Zoe and I realized we are the absolute best food critics according to our test audience, which was comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese. This food item contains both macaroni and cheese, and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables. I have never tried it, and the pieces seem way too small to even register on my mini mouths. I won't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy, so 5 stars. Here is this microwave. Ah yes, this is very shiny and very cubic shaped, which are both good qualities for a food. 5 stars. Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French, but they don't seem particularly un-French either. Oh dear, however will we determine their Frenchosity? Psh, easy, that's your specialty. Zoe, you should give the French fries a French kiss worthy of the most epic of French fictions to check how good they are at French kissing and therefore calculate their Frenchosity. Miranda, obviously the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is to actually go to France, just to even surf over it to check it out. Zoe. How did you know about my French-themed spooky hiya you lay Monster Prom? You truly are my #1 fan, aren't you, Blue? If by #1 fan she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my eldritch compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I am not in enchanted slumber at the time. I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just gonna make out with a fried potato right now. She does! Yes, I found that kiss to be both French and fried. 5 stars. 5 stars. And Blue, maybe you and I can work on other kissing adventures sometime? Heck yeah, and you do. It's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain 2 creativity, you also lose 3 years of your life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. You finish what you're doing and are about to settle down for some quality slack enough when Zoe's cultists come shuffling over. Greetings, mighty prophet. Your disguise is so convincing today. You look for all the world like an ordinary high school student. Yeah, cool. You ask them what they want. Want is a concept alien to us. We receive everything we could possibly desire through communion with our dark mistress. But, we need some advice. You see, tonight is the recurrence of an event which used to bear great significance to the cult of Zgord. It is the night when the bloody moon passes between the jaws of Dracolich Peak, causing this realm and plane of torment to merge. We usually plan all kinds of events for NWT, BMP, BTJODP, CTRATPOTTM. Ritual cannibalism, profane summonings, a partial reading of Dianetics. But the cult of Zagor is no more. We are the cult of ZOE now, and we want to do something to show Our Lady of Endless Regret how much you've changed. As you have not yet led us astray, O great intelligible prophet, we humbly petition you for advice. What ritual would be worthy of the mighty ZOE? Classic cult suicide, except instead of drinking poison, we all drink a delicious blue-flavored energy drink. The most powerful bonding ritual ever, a cute slumber party. I believe this is fun, I know that, and this is charm, I believe. That's creativity. Truly, your mind is as twisted as the spine of Ingoliac that herniated. Blue-flavored energy drink indeed. How did I have no trouble saying Ingoliac, but have trouble with some other made-up names they throw in this game? No foods in nature are blue, and yet many blue-flavored energy drinks exist. It is an enigma, a fiendish riddle, an affront against nature itself. It is perfect. But where shall we acquire a sufficient quantity of such an unnatural elixir? Luckily for everyone, we spent the last 9 years stockpiling a lifetime supply of blue-flavored energy drinks in case there is an apocalypse that only destroys blue-flavored food and drinks. Blue, your wisdom and generosity never ceases to amaze. Now, armed with this blue bounty, let us summon ZOE. The cultist slaps into guttural chanting and unspeakable gestures, and in a few moments, ZOE materializes. What now? What's going on? Why are you all drinking blue stuff out of cups with little straws? Ugh, this is a mass suicide, isn't it? Just when I thought you guys weren't coming around. No, mistress. We merely wanted to offer you some blue-flavored energy drink. Oh dang, blue-flavored energy drink, my favorite flavor. It's like, what is it even made of? No real food is ever blue. Joy and jubilation. It's just as our prophet Blue said it would be. Wait, you're their new prophet? So it was you who got them to use my proper name and stop sacrificing goats and all that. Uh-oh, are you in trouble or something? You hate trouble. You rule. This is the best my cult has ever behaved. Wait, Blue rules? But we thought you were our ruler, ZOE. No, yeah, well, we both rule then. We're co-monarchs. And you know, I'm thinking we might want to consummate our co-monarchy, if you get me. Oh, you get her all, right? At least you hope you do. You'd hate for it to be a thing where your brain gets eaten or something. Anyway, in the meantime, you gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Whoop. Asking ZOE. Hey, if it isn't my favorite prophet. You've been the best, Blue. Those cultists were just the worst until you finally did your thing. You care, and caring is sexy. And you know what else is sexy? An army of cultists that want to do anything to worship me and please me. So, what if at prom night, we all look for new ways to have fun together? Wowie! Prom night comes. You have a lot of fun. You and ZOE have the best time together, and the cultists make it way better. They laugh at all your jokes, making you look funnier. They surround you in a circle mesmerized while you and ZOE slow dance. And by the end of the night, they join you in some very restless rituals and flavorful festivities. Ah, and ZOE. So fun, so fabulous, so fierce. She surely is one to worship. All hail the cult of ZOE. Blue, most likely to be banned from Disney World for the worst reasons. ZOE's quote, always stay true to yourself. We only got 1 new outcome from that. Those 3 weeks are maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Due to the obscene amount of fan art she drew, ZOE was taken by Jim Davis, renowned creator of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into lots of weird stuff too. Calculaster led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots because they were rude robo-racists. But everything ended up just fine because Calculaster traveled back in time and took care of it. Vera kept being fierce, strong, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bitch in her place. But you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bitch. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone. Just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles well after that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And that's our episode. See you next time.